These are the 12 most recent A24 horrors. 12 films, 12 nightmares. Let's begin. Number 1. Backrooms. You fall out of reality into an endless yellow maze. The floor of reality gives way, and you sink through it into a room that cannot exist. Endless yellow walls, damp carpet, buzzing ceiling lights that never switch off. The way out seals behind you. Clark, a failed architect, found this door in his furniture store basement. He slipped right out of the world, and the maze swallowed him. Now he drags everyone he knows down after him. His therapist, Mary, goes down to pull him out. But the halls are hunted by still lifes, things that wear the faces of people you love. One takes Clark's voice and leads her deeper. Deeper down waits a sink, a company that once built hospital scanners and now feeds on the maze. Clark dies inside it. A man named Phil pulls Mary into a bright room and calls it a rescue. But the maze read her the whole time. Her mother too scared to ever leave the house. The warning to never go outside. The final picture is a half-built copy of Mary, alone in that same room. She never left. The Backrooms is building her. Number 2. Undertone. 10 cursed recordings, and the 10th lets a demon in. 10 recordings. 1 dare. Evie is the skeptic who never believes a ghost story. She agrees to play all 10 back to back. The last voice makes a believer of her. The early files sound like junk. Static, reversed melodies, a couple named Mike and Jessa arguing through the walls. But with each one she plays, back home her doors drift open by themselves. Halfway through, one file is too much to bear. A woman killing her own child. The demon is a bizu. She could never have a baby of her own, so she hunts mothers and unborn children. Evie takes a test. Pregnant. Deep in the stack, Jessa's voice claws through the noise, warning whoever is listening. She means Evie. Down the hall, her dying mother stops breathing, then sits up. They reach the last one and play the 10th. A bizu was hiding inside it. Now she wears the mother's body, climbing the stairs to tear out the grandchild. The screen goes black. A body falls. The last sound is Evie, her voice reversed, whispering a welcome. Come in, Abizu. She is not calling her mother. She is calling you, the one who just listened to all 10. Number 3. Bring her back. A grieving mother's ritual to undo a drowning. A backyard pool glows in the dark, and a small shape rests at the bottom. Laura's little girl drowned here. A grieving mother who dug up an old ritual and a promise that the dead can be pulled back. Stage 1 is grief. Laura fosters 2 orphans, Andy and his partly blind stepsister Piper. She plays the savior, but she chose Piper on purpose. Piper is the ritual's final piece. Stage 2 is the rules. A starving, silent boy haunts the house, not family but a kidnapped child hollowed out to hold a demon. It must eat Kathy's frozen body, then drown Piper where Kathy died. Stage 3 is the cost. When a social worker gets close, Laura runs her down, then drowns Andy in a puddle while he still breathes. At the pool, Laura forces Piper under. Piper claws up and screams one word, "Mommy," the word Laura ached to hear. Laura freezes. The kidnapped boy crosses the painted line, and the demon lets go. The ritual collapses. Andy is already gone. Laura drowns herself in the glowing pool, clutching the ruined body of the daughter she died to reclaim. Piper lives and walks out alone into the first gray light. Number 4. Death of a unicorn. They harvest a unicorn's blood and its parents come. On a Black Forest road, Elliot and his daughter Ridley hit something enormous. It lies twisted in the headlights, a horn on its brow. Then one eye opens, glowing gold. They have run down a living unicorn. Ridley touches its blood and her scars vanish. Elliot's failing eyes sharpen. They are headed to the mansion of his dying boss Odell, a medicine billionaire, and now Elliot sees a cure worth billions in his trunk. The Leopolds grate the horn into medicine, and Odell's cancer vanishes overnight. Greed swells. They cage the creature to harvest it forever, until Ridley sees it is only a foal, a family's stolen child. Then the parents come. Two giant unicorns storm the estate, horns lowered, hunting everyone who touched their young. One by one the Leopolds are struck down, their mansion turned into a killing ground. Elliot drives the broken horn into Shepard and takes an arrow, dying. But the unicorns heal him and their foal. Ridley and the survivors are arrested for the massacre, until the parents charge the police van and slam it off the road, leaving no one to say who survives. Number 5. Opus. A pop legend's cult wants you to survive and tell. One heavy card, embossed in gold. An invitation. Ariel Ecton is a young magazine writer, handpicked by a legend who vanished 30 years ago. Pop god Alfred Morty wants her at his home out in the desert. She says yes. The place glows, but every smile is too wide. Morty's followers watch her constantly, serving blue lobster like a ritual. They call themselves levelists, all wearing the same pearls. Ariel came for a story. She becomes the story. Then the guests start dying. One reporter is stabbed, another poisoned, all staged to look like art. At a creepy puppet show, the killing turns open. The invited stars were never guests. They were prey, picked off one by one. Ariel runs and somehow makes it out alive. Then the horror lands. Her escape was planned. Morty chose her not to kill but to survive and tell. Every witness spreads his myth. She is his megaphone. Years later, her book about Morty is a bestseller. On a talk show, she spots the host wearing levelist pearls. The cult is everywhere now, hiding in plain sight, and her fame carried his message to millions. She never escaped him. Number 6. Y2K. At midnight in 1999, the machines wake up hungry. 1999. A glowing clock counts down to midnight above a packed suburban house party. Illy wants one thing tonight: the courage to talk to Laura before the year runs out. The clock hits 0. Every screen in the house flickers awake at once. Phones, televisions, and consoles tear themselves apart and rebuild into crawling metal killers. They swarm the party, and Illy's best friend Danny is the first to die. This is no simple glitch. The machines share one mind, an algorithm called the amalgamation. It doesn't want humanity dead. It wants humanity plugged in, drilling chips into survivors' skulls to use their living brains as computers. Illy, Laura, and Ash trace the hive to the high school, where the whole town is being converted into drones. Rocker Fred Durst joins the fight. CJ dies shielding him. Durst blasts a song to lure the machines away. In the chaos, Laura loads a kill code into the main computer and shuts the amalgamation down worldwide. But at the funeral, a buried iPod flickers, the bug's pixel face grins back, and Illy whispers, "See you in 2038. Number 7. Heretic. 2 doors, belief or disbelief, and one of them kills you. 2 doors in a black hallway. One says belief. One says disbelief. Choose wrong and you die in this house. Sister Barnes and Sister Paxton knocked to share their faith. Mr. Reed smiled, welcomed them in for pie. Then the deadbolt slid shut behind them. His pie is a candle. His wife never existed. Reed lectures that every religion is a copy of the last, then reveals his game. 2 doors, belief or disbelief. One frees you. One kills you. Barnes chooses belief, but both doors open onto the same buried dungeon, walls scratched by women who came before. Reed's true religion is control, and to prove it he fakes a miracle, a drugged prisoner raised from the dead. Reed cuts Barnes down and marches Paxton deeper. But Paxton fights, driving a blade into him, and the dying Barnes rises one last time to help finish him. Paxton crawls up into daylight, a butterfly settles on her hand, and the film leaves you unsure if she escaped or already died in that house. Number 8. The Front Room, a pregnant woman and a monstrous guest who never leaves. The guest room door drifts open on an empty rocking chair, and the waiting begins. Belinda is pregnant, broke, and about to get stuck with a monster. Her husband's dying stepmother, Solange, needs a home and a fortune comes with her. Solange moves into the front room, a hateful, deeply religious woman who keeps all the money and rules the house. She dirties herself on purpose, forcing Belinda to her knees to clean the mess, again and again. Nights turn strange. The old woman chants prayers through the walls, storms answer her, and every room feels tighter. Belinda swears Solange is not merely sick, but something feeding on her fear. The baby comes. They name her Laurie, Solange's choice. Then a bite mark blooms on the newborn's arm, and Norman blames Belinda. Cornered and accused in her own home, she finally breaks. In the front room, Belinda presses a pillow over Solange and holds it down. The house goes quiet. Everyone believes the old woman simply died. Months later, driving to a new job, pregnant with twins, Belinda smiles, and the final memory shows exactly what she did. Number 9. MaXXXine, a 1980s star, a killer, and it is her own father. A blinding spotlight. A dark soundstage, Hollywood, 1985. Maxine Minks, an adult film star, steps into the light and nails her audition for the horror sequel, The Puritan 2. Fame is close, but something watches from the shadows. Across the city, the Night Stalker butchers strangers as Los Angeles panics. A black-gloved figure trails Maxine home. A sleazy private eye, John Labette, corners her, hinting he knows about the Texas massacre she barely survived. Under the spotlight, her star rises. Cameras roll and Maxine tastes the fame she killed for. But in the shadows, her friends vanish, then turn up dead, one by one. Someone is hunting everyone close to her. The killer was never the Night Stalker. The shadow steps into the light. Her own father, a crazed preacher who hired Labette to find her. He killed her friends to break her, so he could film her begging God for forgiveness. Behind the Hollywood sign, he screams that she is going to hell. Maxine raises a shotgun and tells him he gave her everything she needed to become a star. Then she fires. The murders only fuel her fame, and the Hollywood sign transforms into one word, MaXXXine. Number 10. I Saw the TV Glow, a boy, a haunted TV show, and the self he buried. A lonely kid sits in a black den as a late-night show floods his face with blue light. The pink opaque. Two psychic girls fighting a monster named Mr. Melancholy. An older girl, Maddie, watches it too. Years jump forward. Owen and Maddie meet in secret, trading the show on worn tapes. She says home is unbearable and the screen feels realer than anything. Their suburb begins to look thin, painted, wrong. Another jump. The pink opaque is canceled. Maddie sets the family television ablaze on the lawn, then disappears completely. Owen tells himself she just ran away and swallows the fear that something is deeply wrong with him. 8 years later, she returns as Tara. They are the show's heroes, buried alive in a fake world. To wake, Owen must climb into the earth and let this life die. He refuses. By morning, she is gone. Decades vanish. Owen is middle-aged, alone in that same house, the world flat and gray. Chalk on a wall reads, "There is still time." He opens his own chest and finds the blue television glow where his heart should be. Buried all along. Number 11. Dream Scenario. A man appears in everyone's dreams, then the nightmares start. Every night a stranger walks into your dreams. Same tired face, a balding professor no one has ever met. Worldwide, millions dream the same man, and no one can explain why. His name is Paul Matthews. In real life, he is invisible, ignored by students, forgotten at home. But in the dreams, he just stands there doing nothing, and that nothing makes him famous everywhere. Overnight, strangers hug him, reporters chase him. Paul feels seen. He leans into the attention he waited a lifetime for. Then the dreams change. Now in the dreams, he chases people through fire. He hurts them, smiling. Sleepers wake screaming his name. His daughter says kids call him Freddy Krueger. The man everyone loved becomes the thing everyone fears. He is thrown from restaurants, banned from campus, hunted online. His wife leaves. His fame turns into terror he never wanted. Paul is left alone. In the end, a new device lets people enter dreams on purpose. Paul slips into his ex-wife's dream, pulls her from the flames, and whispers he wishes this were real. Then he floats away, loved only inside a dream. Number 12. Talk to Me. A severed hand lets the dead in for 90 seconds. This ceramic-coated hand belonged to a dead woman who could speak to spirits. Light a candle beside it, grip the fingers, and the door to the dead cracks open. The rules are simple. Say talk to me and a spirit fills the chair across from you. Say I let you in and it climbs inside your skin. But you have 90 seconds. Hold longer and it never leaves. Grieving her mother, Mia turns the game into an addiction. When young Riley begs for a turn, she lets him hold on too long. The spirits flood him, and he tears at his own body before anyone can pull the hand free. Riley survives, barely, trapped between worlds in a hospital bed. The door never closes now. The spirits stalk Mia wearing her dead mother's face, insisting only Riley's death sends them back. The spirits swear that killing Riley will send them home. Mia almost does it, then breaks their spell and throws herself in front of a speeding car instead. Riley wakes up safe. Then the twist. Mia drifts through a world where no one can see her, casting no reflection. A candle flares, a living hand grips the fingers, and the spirit that answers is Mia. She has become the hand.